Hello everyone, Radar here with another grounded video. This video is going to be the Mad Scientist Lab, Torture Room, and Dungeon, as well as the stairs to get down here. So it's going to be this lab area, his torture room area, which this is Rambo Robbie's area, my mod. This was his area. The 9-room dungeon, and of course how to line this up correctly for the stairs that go all the way to the top, including the little building at the top. So you see right here, I do have a blueprint lined up for a reason. So if you look at it, we have, well, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you put, coming off that far wall, if I go 4 blueprints along this front wall, the corner of it touches the center column. And then I can build up from here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to creative mode. We're going to do the 9 dungeon cells, the torture room, and the, what is it? The lab, I can't think right now, as well as this staircase going all the way up. I'll do that little area in a different video. And of course, the little outhouse looking piece up at the very top. So let me go ahead and switch over, and we'll be back in just a second. All right, now we're back here in creative. And as you remember what I said, it was 3, and then the 4th one would touch the center of the stairs, which that would be centered on this square up here. I've already cut this hole out because I know that it needs to be 1, 2, 3. That's why I had the sprig fences here to count them. So I have the 3 sprig fences counting to the edge of the opening that drops down through the middle. I also know that right there, where that corner, the bottom right corner of that blueprint is the very center stalk of the stairs. So let's go ahead and drop down. This is creative, so it doesn't matter about landing. And what I'm going to do is I'm still going to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to get those stairs. I had those stairs facing that way. So I had the stairs facing the wall. I had the corner of that blueprint touching the central support beam of this particular spiral staircase. Now I'm going to go ahead and delete these out because this eventually turns into an actual, dungeon cell. Let's get going up. And they were expensive, I'm not going to lie, because it's all the, what is it? Acorn shells to get up here. But at the same time, I have a bunch of zip lines to take right to there, and it doesn't take long to get the shells to respawn. And of course, my cat Luna, who wants to be a part of every video I do, has come to say hi. Eventually, I'll give her some treats. It's like, if I keep showing up, he'll give me treats. So for this, you just keep spiraling them all the way up. I mean, you could do like a bounce elevator or whatever, but I wanted to do something a little different. I wanted to use the new stairs. Now, this is where I came up and I was like, they don't line up right. They do now. So it's just a simple, and then just like that. Now for this building, it was pretty simple too. I'm not mistaken. I will hit that pause button and double check something real quick. Be right back. All right, now we're back. I had to just double check on some finer details. So I'm gonna get rid of these sprig fences so they don't get in the way. Make sure it's saying sprig fence when I go to delete and not foundation. Not that I can't get back up here now that I got the stairs in place. So I'm just gonna do this top portion real fast. This was level and then up. And I think I even closed that in just to kind of keep it fully closed in. I don't know where that, oh, it went through there. Okay, I'll have to go delete that. And that. Now for this one, I left it like that. It's kind of like, act like a handrail. First, let me get rid of this. Now for the top portion, you saw it was just for the, whoops, pass them up. For these guys, I use the squared roof corners. I have no clue where that just went. I'll get that later. It's not important right now. So that is the entrance. Obviously, you put some lights right here or whatever. To the lower dungeons, Mad Scientist area, as well as the Pirate Treasure Cave. Since there's a certain small pirate that likes to stop by stream, he has a cave in that area, and that'll be a separate build video coming soon. So we've got the stairs going all the way down. You can put lights. You can put these lights right here on the center support, the center beam. So it's not so dark all the way down. Why is that growing through? This game sometimes. Ooh. Yeah, you can just throw some lights on there like that. And apparently that's right, I took some bombs to all the clovers nearby. It's a great way to clear them out. All right. Now for this one, it was a little bit different. So I made the cells. Let me turn them this way. And I'm going to space these out on purpose. The reason being the cell is only one floor section wide. And instead of having a simple wall between, it was easy for me to get a whole bunch of these guys. So I just went with these as my... Wait, oh, I don't know why that one was there, but whatever. I'll get it down later. I'll get that one down too, apparently. It's great fun. Oh yeah, and I need to do this side over here. Guess it would have helped if I would have, you know, maybe gotten up there first. It's all good. All right, now, of course, each one has its own little small walkway. And I was playing around with it on the upper level. The bottom level was no big deal, but the upper levels, because I put handrails right along the front of this, I couldn't put the doors at the front edge. I had to push them back halfway like that. Because the handrail on the upper, on this level, would block it, I had to put the door halfway in, like so. So basically these cells are 1.5 floor sections front to back. They're not very big. And they literally just have that in there. And there's 9 of them. I'm going to open these because it's just faster that way for me to walk in, drop the build, and walk away. Sometimes you have to rotate it a bit. Sometimes it just wants to be finicky. But whatever you do to make it work. All right, now over here, I wanted to have stairs going up. But I want to double check to make sure I put these stairs up correctly. So, 1 second. All right, and we're back. So, I just had to double check something real quick. And coming off the edge of here, we're going to go 2 grass floors, just regular grass floors. Even with the little half floor right here. And then here comes my cat because I started talking again. Rotate the floor, and that's how you get up. Now, I have some shelves here just for the heck of it. Or half floors. They're not necessary, but I have them there anyway. And then once again, we'll do the same thing. This will get, it's the, what is it, the lean-tos. That's right, you gotta push them way to the back. Get that door. Oh, and one thing I did not put on the bottom row is the single light by each door. Not really understanding why there's a bomb in my hand, but okay. Let's not go there. And lights. Just one light right in front of the door. And then up here, the reason this is why the doors are half a floor section back is because if not, they just wouldn't go with these handrails here. The handrails technically are considered obstructing the door, so I had to go half a floor section back to make the doors go. That way when they swung open, they didn't interfere with the door. Or the handrail. Now I'm going to go ahead and start adding the next floor above. Let's see. Let's go up here. And basically what I'm going to do is I just want to get that there so I can make sure I have this lined up properly. Because once again, we're going to set the stairs. Same thing, spirally stairs. Go up. This is just the way I did it. There's no rhyme or reason to why I did that. That's what I did. That one down there needs to be deleted now. I'll delete that later. I said later. I guess I meant now. Oh, good. Okay. Go up here, get the regular grass floor. And I've only got to put it over the opening for the cells. I don't have to put it right there. That saves a little bit of cost. Now this is actually in the correct spot. So we're going to go, once again, one door height up or one wall height up. And that's where we're going to put in our next set of walls. Now the tablet foundation walls. And then, where is it? Now, once I finish the dungeon, I'm going to pause for a second while I pull up a picture that my moderator, Ramble Robbie, sent me as reference that he wanted me to use while setting up this area for him. Since it is technically like his area. Each one of my mods has their own little area in my world. Alright, so let's get the floor. Where is it? Get it eventually. That floor is a little bit bigger because that's how it kind of opens up to the landing area, so to speak. Wait, is that three levels already? Yeah, it should be 3 levels. Yep. So I'm still going to put in the same floor here. But instead of the half floor here, I'm going to do a full floor. And then I went with full-on foundations all the way around. And that's pretty much the quick little dungeon build I had. And I kept thinking, because at first, it's the only thing I had down here was the foundation. I mean, sorry, the dungeon. I was like, there's a lot of open space down here. I can fit something else. And that's when it came to me. I can add that. And here comes my cat again because she thinks I'm still about to give her something. So let me go ahead and pause. I'll get that picture pulled up so I can show you guys Robbie's reference and then actually build his little area for him here in creative. So 1 minute while I get that pulled up. I'll be right back. All right, now we're back. So I just went through and just did a quick double check. But what I did was I'm going to go ahead and, make my handrails because safety first. Now, in my world, my entire base is shifted about half a floor section that way. So it'll still work. It's just gonna be a little different. That's all. So let's see. We get a little handrail right here. Now, before I actually start on the build, I told you guys I would show you what the inspiration behind this was. Let me try not to close my game like I did a minute ago. So we'll go into this. This is what Robbie sent me. So you have your incline table with the straps. Strap the person down. The cool little bulb thing from the sky, the ceiling, which had different arcs going towards these 5 tanks full of fluid. And if you remember earlier when I showed it to you, there was that inclined little table thing with the 5 water tanks behind it. That's what that is. And of course, boxes with different things on it and just random stuff in the room. That's what we're going to do now is get in there and get that built. So I know it's 3 sections wide, and I just use regular grass floors. So looking for the walls. I'm just going with these walls. And those walls can go all the way up into the foundations above. Not through the foundation. The game's like, yeah, you want this to go through? Yes. Must fix. That one spot I didn't fill in right there is for the door. I'll do that other wall when I get to the second floor of his lab area. Alright. So now these were all level with the foundation. These are not. So it's literally grass floors all the way up. And the reason these don't stick through the foundation like those did is because of those weed stem walls you see directly above here. That's why they can't. Okay, yeah, that's where I wanted that. In the middle of the stairs. Alright. That gets a doorway. Still getting used to the reworked build wheel. That just jumped right out at me. So this is it. This is the area. It's I do know that it is 2 levels. There's 2 floors. Let me go ahead and close this in. Now, when you come in the door, there's a set of stairs going up. And I was trying to incorporate the swirly stairs, but that did not work. So I went with this. Oh, that's right. Eyes lining up in the wrong spot. That's my bad. Let's delete all this. Just delete the edges, the middle will drop. I forgot. I lined it up with the wrong wall. That's my bad. Should have done the stairs first and lined it up with the stairs. Now I'm going to go in and block off all the stairs underneath, and there's actually a room underneath right here. We'll get to that. This is all blocked in. I want it to be a very small, cramped room. On purpose. Complete with the door. Alright, we'll get to that in a bit. Alright, now like I said, in the photo there were the 5 tanks. The 5 water tanks. So that's what I did. I made 5 of these. And at the time, I don't know if it's still possible because I built it a while ago. I was able to... Actually, I think I have these turned around the wrong way. Just so you don't have that the level measuring stick thing sticking out. I know. Technical term. The thing with the thing and the things. Now, at the time when I built this, I could put one of these up on the wall, and I can still do it. Okay, good. That way the water, like the tanks themselves, look like they're glowing, like the picture. And yes, they are full of water in my game. So it's not like they're just tanks. They're there. They actually do have water in them. In this video, there won't be water in them because I'm not going to spend the time doing all that. But, you know, it is what it is. Now, the main attraction in here is, of course, the table. But right behind the table, there's a zip line. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit that pause. So I'm going to make sure I get this 100% right. So I'll be right back. All right, now we're back. I just double check something real fast. So I had to do a couple things. I wanted to try and make it look like I had lines coming off the ceiling connecting as close to the the torture bed as possible. Actually, what I'm going to do before I put that in, to make that inclined table, did I have it that far back? Of course, the location's obstructed. So why decor is always best to do after you build the main structure. Now, getting that to fit in there just right, it will... I thought I saw it go blue a second ago. Oh, I am seeing it go blue. That's the trick, is getting this to build just right. Because sometimes it does not want to work. So when we turn on a macro, and it works, and then Joe fusses at me for using a macro. See, that's off center though. So I would have centered that. And yes, I will go through and center this. Where's the stick? That's better. Let's get in there and put that light back, because once I put this the zipline anchor in here, I'm not going to be able to really get back here. That's much better. Put this other tank back real quick. Because like I said, the picture he sent me had 5, and so I went with 5. It's important to get that in there like that. Now, above each one of those water tanks, I have the firefly light. And then the reason for the zipline anchor is because on the firefly light, well, that's not even close to center. That's better. I attached one of these. Especially important on these two in the front. These are probably the only two that I can connect to. I also have dozens of these little anchors here, so it's not the easiest for me to connect to these things. See, as I go through, there's a bunch in my world. I don't even know what's all the way over there. But anyway, we'll go with those two. I would definitely recommend, you got to do it kind of in that kind of order. Doing this is probably a little more important than that. And then using the door frame, one at the normal height, and then sinking one. That will help. That will give me the ability to put in the arm and leg restraints. And then something else that's just a little... I'm not going to say why it's there, but it's there. Use your imagination. You might figure it out. I'll get it. All right, this is just a table with boxes and stuff on it. Actually, it's a box underneath. I put stuffed bugs up here, a mite and an infected weevil. You guys saw I had all of the head mounts just randomly all over the room. All over the place. Over here, like I said, we referenced the Rambo movies. I'll call it there. And I went with that, kind of like how he was, like I said, chained to that bed, that was the metal bed that he was being electrocuted. And I think it was Rambo 2. I don't really remember. Oh, my daughter's awake. And she's apparently in a good mood. She might even come visit and say hi on the stream. You gonna say hi? Whoa, why do you have paint? Where's mommy? Go get mommy. My daughter just brought me paint. You probably can't see this one because it's green. But yeah, that's the last thing I want is her opening this. So, a little fun fact of that. Keep the paint locked up. So, a little torture rack type deal. I said go get mommy. No. No, go get mommy. No, go bring mommy here. No, go get mommy. I don't trust you with the paint. No. We're an argument that I'm not going to lose. Now, this room right here. The little closet underneath thing. I do apologize. We always have some visitors. But we have this room right here. And this room right here is also inspired by something else Robbie sent me. The Iron Maiden. So it has all the different spikes. You shut the door and spikes. Lots of spikes. So that's why I always recommend if you're going to do anything like this where you're trying to connect, do it before you do that. Because then it just takes forever to work through all those. And then it gets worse because I'm about to put more. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 3 across, 3 high. 9 on each wall. You're struggling to get bee parts, I do have a video on farming the bees. I'll link that in the description. I can get bee parts quite easily. They still mess me up every now and then because I get careless. Obviously, you can't stick them here, but you still have your room of spikes. And that's your torture chamber. We also have to have, he had a bunch of racks. I think we had 10 weapons, he said. He wanted 10 weapons, so we just 1, 3, 4, 5. You know, just 10 weapons across. Like I said, there's all kinds of decorations in here. Lots of decor. His lab coat goes right here. Put a light next to it so you see what he's doing. Up here was the actual lab itself. We have a painting there. It has the fish because, well, Robbie likes the fish. I don't care what you say, Robbie. The fish is not friendly. All right, now to do the shelves here. I went with the half floors, and then underneath the half floors. Actually, before I even do any of that, I'm going to put some more half floors up one section higher. And then underneath, or before I do anything else, I keep wanting to say underneath. I'm going to put in the window wall to make it look like a cupboard. Still have that paint on my desk. She's still trying to get mommy to come paint with her. I'll probably do that when I'm done with this video. We'll do some painting. Now, to light this cabinet up, if I remember correctly, I put the lights kind of where they're out of sight, but they're still in there doing their thing. So you have some light in there. The smaller baskets representing like jars of who knows what. They're not the most organized on the shelves in there. They're not supposed to be. It is, after all, the Mad Scientist Lab. And then there is going to be a table in here. I do remember that. So I'm going to use the table as a way to step up. So I went ahead and completed the table. That way I could get up here and place this in the exact right spots. I used it kind of like a little step ladder. Tried to center it directly underneath that right there. And I did leave this open, if I remember correctly, just so you could see out. You know, like even creepy vibe. And then in front of all those, and head totems on the shelf. I need to face the right way. It is being very finicky. I'm going to go ahead and throw down a lean-to, because there's lean-to in here anyway. It's for when he's too busy at work to go home. Alright, now the tables go over here on this side. There were 3 of them. And a random water tank. I don't remember what for. Then again, I probably don't want to know what for. In case he's got to heat anything up in his lab. All the lighting. Now what I don't have over here, which I guess I'll go ahead and throw down one of these guys real quick. Since in creative, you still have to come in here to do this. And then I want to get rid of that. Is I want to actually have his little guard ant here. And he has another one I'll move it in a second, but it's out there. So anyway, it comes up and they're not supposed to come up here. They get attacked. Now with this, I don't know how I made it work in survival, but it did. And I was able to balance one of these up here like that. I put them up there just for the heck of it. It serves no purpose other than I just wanted to. This is his lab, wide open. He's got his cabinets, his storage area full of who knows what. Actual lab tables to do his experiments on. His guard ant. The racks of weapons. There's all kinds of head mounts in here. I'm just not worried about putting those up for time reasons. The torture rack, the torture table, the Iron Maiden closet. All the different things full of who knows what kind of goop. And his lab coat area. That is his area that he kind of wanted it inspired in. In my world, there's more space. So you can... There we go. That'll work. So that takes care of that. And that is the Mad Scientist Lab torture area with the dungeon attached underneath. So it's 9 dungeon cells. And each one of the dungeons has, like I said, the light right in front, which these just aren't turned on. But that is the Mad Scientist area and the dungeons. So if you guys like this content, would like to see more like it, go and hit the like and subscribe button. Turn on the bell for notifications. Until the next video, you guys have a good one.